Baron.
Impair your efficiency, you know. I wish only for my nephew to understand the limitations of the mental.
Are you already training my replacement?
Replace you? My pleasure. Where should I find another mentor with your coming?
The same place you found me, Baron.
Perhaps I should have done. You do seem a bit unstable lately. And the spice you eat.
Are my pleasures too expensive, Baron? Do you object to them?
My dear Fighter, your pleasures are what tie you to me. How could I object to that? I merely wish my nephew to observe this about you.
Then I'm on display. Shall I dance? Shall I perform my various functions for the eminent Fade Routher?
Precisely. You are on display. Now be silent.
The Baron glanced at Fade Routher, noting his nephew's lips, the full and pouting look of them, the Harkonnen genetic marker now twisted slightly in amazement.
This is a mentat. It has been trained and conditioned to perform certain duties. The fact that it's encased in a human body, however, must not be overlooked. A serious drawback. I sometimes think the ancients with their thinking machines had the right idea.
They were toys compared to me. You yourself, Baron, could outperform those machines.
Well. Good. Now, Liza, outline for my nephew the salient features of our campaign against the House of Atreides. Function as a mentor for us.
Baron, I've warned you not to trust one so young with this information. My observations...
I'll be the judge of this. I give you an order, mentor. Perform one of your various functions.
So be it.
Ryder straightened, assuming an odd attitude of dignity, as though it were another mask, but this time clothing his entire body.
In a few days standard, the entire household of the Duke Leto will embark on a spacing guild liner for Arrakis. The guild will deposit them at the city of Arakeen rather than at our city of Carthag. The Duke's mentat, Thufir Hawat, will have concluded rightly that Arakeen is easier to defend.
Listen carefully, Fred. Observe the plans within plans.
Fade Routher nodded, thinking, this is the old monster is letting me in on secret things at last. He must really need me to be his enemy.
There are several tangential possibilities. I indicate that House Atreides will go to Arrakis. We must not, however, ignore the possibility the Duke has contracted with the Guild to remove him to a place of safety outside the system. Others, in like circumstances, have become renegade houses, taking family atomics and shields and fleeing beyond the Imperium.
The Duke's too proud a man for that.
It is a possibility. The ultimate effect for us would be the same, however.
No, it would not. You must have him dead and his line ended.
That's the high probability. There are certain preparations that indicate when a house is going renegade. The Duke appears to be doing none of these things.
So, get on with it, my friend.
At Arakeen, the Duke and his family will occupy the residency, lately the home of Count and Lady Fenring.
The ambassador to the smugglers.
Ambassador to what? Your uncle makes a joke. He calls Count Fenring ambassador to the smugglers, indicating the Emperor's interest in smuggling operations on Arrakis.
Fade Routher turned a puzzled stare on his uncle.
Why?
Don't be so dense, Fade. As long as the Guild remains effectively outside Imperial control, how could it be otherwise? How else could spies and assassins move about?
Fade Routher's mouth made a soundless oh.
We've arranged diversions at the residency. There'll be an attempt on the life of the Atreides heir, an attempt which could succeed.
Piker, you indicated that...
I indicated accidents can happen, and the attempt must appear valid.
Ah, but the lad has such a sweet young body. Of course, he's potentially more dangerous than the father. With that weak mother training him. Cursed woman. Well, please, continue, Piker.
Hawat will have divined that we have an agent planted on him. The obvious suspect is Dr. Ewing, who is indeed our agent. But Howard has investigated and found that our doctor is a Suk School graduate with imperial conditioning, supposedly safe enough to minister even to the Emperor. Great store is set on imperial conditioning. It's assumed that ultimate conditioning cannot be removed without killing the subject. However, as someone once observed, given the right lever, you can move a planet. We found the lever that moved the doctor.
How? Bade Ralph found this a fascinating subject. Everyone knew you couldn't subvert imperial conditioning.
Another time. Continue, Pizer.
In place of Yui, we'll drag a most interesting suspect across Howard's path. The very audacity of this suspect will recommend her to Howard's attention. Her?
The Lady Jessica herself.
Is it not sublime? Howard's mind will be so filled with this prospect, it'll impair his function as a mentat. He may even try to kill her. But I don't think he'll be able to carry it off.
You don't want him to, huh?
Don't distract me. While Howard's occupied with the Lady Jessica, we'll divert him further with uprisings in a few garrison towns and the like. These will be put down. The Duke must believe he's gaining a measure of security. Then, when the moment is ripe, we'll signal Yui and move in with our major force.
Go ahead. Tell him all of it.
We'll move in strengthened by 2 legions of Sardaukar, disguised in Harkonnen livery. Sardaukar.
Bade Ralph focused his mind on the dread of the imperial troops, the killers without mercy, the soldier fanatics of the Parashar Empire.
You see how I trust you, Faye? No hint of this must ever reach another great house, else the Landsraad might unite against the Imperial House, and it be chaos.
The main point is this. Since House Harkonnen is being used to do the Imperial dirty work, we've gained a true advantage. It's a dangerous advantage, to be sure, but if used cautiously, will bring House Harkonnen greater wealth than that of any other house in the Imperium.
You have no idea how much wealth is involved, Faye. Not in your wildest imaginings. To begin, we'll have an irrevocable directorship in the Chom Company.
Bade Ralph nodded. Wealth was the thing. Chom was the key to wealth, each noble house dipping from the company's coffers whatever it could under the power of the directorships. Those Chom directorships, they were the real evidence of political power in the Imperium, passing through the shifts of voting strength within the Landsraad as it balanced itself against the Emperor and his supporters.
The Duke Leto may attempt to flee to the new Fremen scum along the desert's edge, or he may try to send his family into that imagined security. But that path is blocked by one of His Majesty's agents, the planetary ecologist. You may remember him, Kynes.
Faye remembers him. Get on with it.
You do not drool very prettily, Baron.
Get on with it. I command you.
If matters go as planned, House Harkonnen will have a sub-fief on Arrakis within a standard year. Your uncle will have dispensation of that fief. His own personal agent will rule on Arrakis.
More profits. And the Baron thought, it's only just. We're the ones who take Arrakis, except for the few mongrel Fremen hiding in the skirts of the city. And some tame smugglers bound to the planet almost as tightly as the native Wolverine.
And the great houses will know that the Baron has destroyed the Atreides. They will know. Loveliest of all is that the Duke will know too. He knows now. He can already feel the trap.
It's true that you cannot help it.
The Baron moved out and away from the glow of the lamp. As he emerged from the shadows, his figure took on a dimension, grossly and immensely black, and with subtle bulges in the folds of his dark robes to reveal that all this fat was sustained partly by portable suspense